snap it, and it's Trey Burton who throws caught. Foles, touchdown.
Here he goes. It's Hester inside the 30. Hester's going to take it all the way for a touchdown.
Fields stumbling, trying to cut it back. Justin Fields making magic happen. There goes Fields. Touchdown!
Hurts on first down, fires downfield. It's Deshaun Jackson back in the lineup. Missed the last 7 games, and he will take it 81 yards. A somersault into the end zone. His first touchdown of the season.
You're listening to The Pigskin Project, the world's #1 football podcast. Now, with more insights on all things football, here are your hosts, Ben Hansen and Ryan Matthews. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to The Pigskin Project. It's been one heck of a week. I know we're on a little bit of an early basis because we normally record on Wednesdays, but it's for good reason. I've been counting down the days. I don't know about you, but I've been absolutely counting down the days. I've been very excited for this. This is something I was really hoping would happen at some point, and it definitely did. But as we always do before we dive into it too deep, I want to go straight off the bat. First question I always ask, Ben, how you doing, man?
Always. Better this week. I have another week past having to see these guys lose. The COVID is no longer in my system. I no longer feel that. So it's good. So I'm feeling good, Ryan. How are you doing? Well, I'm doing good based off of the news we're about to announce to you guys after this.
Oh my gosh.
But how are you doing?
I'm good. So I just got into the craze of playing that new Harry Potter game that everybody's been playing, and it's been phenomenal. Lots of fun. I've invested almost too much time into it. So that's that. But yes, this big announcement. So I've been approved for the off time. We're going back to the NFL scouting combine, and it's so much fun. Unfortunately, we didn't get Ben's live reaction from last year, and I should have grabbed the clip to play it back because my God, it was great. But maybe when we throw in our guest, I will kind of try and retrieve that. But it's going to be so much fun. And for anybody that's listening that will be listening towards the scouting combine, watch for our TikTok because we are going to be adding more content. I know that we say it on a weekly basis, but we're going to be adding more content for the scouting combine, giving you a little basis of what's going on. Kyle Gagliardi tuning in from Overtime Sports Network. He said, love that for you guys. He's a big Packers guy. He's going to like our guest today. So without further ado, I say we just go ahead and bring her in. Oh, yes. Really quick. If you guys want NFL Scouting Combine tickets, you can go on NFL.com/ I believe it's NFL.com/combine. Yes. And you can go ahead and register for what they call as one pass. And they'll send you a QR code. It's completely free, and you can apply for as many days as you want. And they've got a bunch of, let me read off really quick. I know we're very, very excited to throw our guest in here, but yes. I want to go over what we're going to be doing as well really quick. So let's see, the 40-yard dash, combine obstacle course. I don't think any of us are going to do the bench press photo op, but there. The vertical jump.
Oh yeah, and to clear everything up, Ryan is talking about the things that the fans can do. Obviously,
yes,
there's all this stuff that you guys are used to the combine in the past years. He is referring to this stuff that the fans are doing.
Then they've got different exhibits, which I'm looking forward to a lot. You can see the AFC and NFC championship trophies. There's this thing called Look Like a Pro, and their description says step inside a uniform body cast mold bearing the insignia of your favorite NFL team and have a friend snap your photo. I don't know what that means, but we'll figure it out. NFL draft set. So basically, you're visiting the official NFL draft set, and you take your spot behind the podium with their favorite team's #1 jersey. I think that's really cool.
That's awesome.
Pepsi helmets. So fans can take their picture with an oversized replica of all 32 NFL team helmets, presented by Pepsi. And then the Combine Experience autograph stage presented by Panini. So you can get free autographs from current NFL players and NFL legends. So we're hoping to maybe see a couple of them, talk to them, maybe get them on the show, but who knows. And then last but not least, you get a view of all of the Super Bowl rings ever, I think excluding the one from the Chiefs this previous Super Bowl, because I don't think they've made it just yet. But not only that, but the Vince Lombardi trophy as well is going to be on display. So something really cool. For anybody looking to do that, it's completely free. Thursday through Sunday, March 2nd through the 5th. So, if you're trying to do that, come hang out with us. And if you recognize us for whatever reason, come and say hi. I doubt that you will, but it'd be really cool.
Yes.
Anyways, so we're going to go ahead and throw in our guest here. She is a sports anchor for the University of Tennessee. She is also a brand ambassador, I think they call it, for the Milwaukee Bucks and the Milwaukee Brewers, which, by the way, the Brewers have a beautiful stadium. And
Go Sixers.
she is probably, I want to keep this as professional as possible without saying it, but she's a Packers fan, and she's probably the biggest Packers fan on all of TikTok. This is Katlynn Gill. Welcome to the show.
That was a great intro.
Thank you. Off the top of my head, what can I say? So yeah, welcome to the show. It's been, a very long week. I don't know. I know that you've been pretty excited to be here, but it's been really hard to contain my excitement.
Yes.
So we've got a couple questions for you. And by a couple, I mean
a lot.
Basically, I just want to go ahead and say congrats on your new position at the
Thank
University
you.
of Tennessee as an anchor. But it's got to be stressful, right? How stressful is it to be that sports broadcaster and a full-time student as well, and also a content creator on TikTok?
Yeah, that's been one of the biggest reasons a lot of people haven't seen me posting a lot recently. It was very easy during the summer. I had a lot going on, especially in Packer season. There's so much to post. And obviously I'm a brand ambassador for the other two, so there's probably post for them too. But I just get so into football season. I'm a football person. And when it's just out of season, it's so hard to post in general. I just lose so much motivation. But a lot of exciting things happening at school, which is nice. But I also got to remember, I'm also it's kind of my job to create. I got to kind of do that. But it's definitely a lot more fun. Not a lot more fun. I like making content, but it is more fun just actually getting on a screen.
Oh, yeah.
I am right now, but you know what I mean.
Ben, you're up.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a question you get all the time. I know you made a little bit of a video about it, but what brought you to UT? What brought you all the way out there?
Yeah, so there's an honest answer and there's an inspirational one. So it depends what story you want to listen to. I'd say my inspirational one is I definitely wanted to challenge myself and push myself outside of my comfort zone. And initially I wasn't a journalism major, so no way in my mind did I ever think in 3 years I'd be working with my teams. So I never thought, stay local, you'd be able to work with them all year. And I just love Tennessee. It's such a pretty place and they're so good at tours. You literally get here and it already feels like home. It is awesome. I love this place. It's got better every year. My freshman year, our sports teams were horrible, except basketball. We've always had good basketball, but it's been such a good year. It's so exciting.
Really quick before I get to my next question. So we have a couple new comments. Kyle Gagliardi throwing some shade to my team, saying the closest any Bears fan or player can get to the Lombardi, talking about the scouting combine. Not cool, Kyle. And then he also said, if you want to push yourself out of your comfort zone, have you considered 4 days in dark isolation?
Not particularly. Not interested in that at all. But go Rodgers.
Right. So my next question is, how did you get your positions with the Bucks and the Brewers? I mean, TikTok had to have some kind of influence on it, but did you apply for it or, you know?
Yeah, so my brother, I tell everyone this. I shout out my brother for my success. My brother DM'd me. The Brewers posted on their Instagram that they were looking for social ambassadors, and I was like, I don't know what that means, but like, I love the Brewers, so I applied. And obviously, they just have a ton of applications go through. And I was like, what can I do to stand out? And I made a video to try and get the Brewers' attention, and that went absolutely ballistic. So that's how I landed it with the Brewers. And I mean, like, I used that strategy all season. Initially, it's just supposed to be you go to games and post, but I used my influence and I got to do a lot more things, which is fun because I had a really fun season with the team. And I'm very, very excited for the season because it's going to be even better. Even though they haven't approved ambassadors yet, I know I am one of them. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
And the Bucks, I was just sitting on my bed actually, and then I saw Milwaukee Bucks emailed you, and I was like, oh no, what I do? And they're like, hey, we're starting an ambassador program, like we'd love you to join. And I was like, yeah. And I know one other guy who's an ambassador. He's Bucks House, I think, on Instagram. So
Okay.
other than that, I don't know anyone, but I think there's like 6 or 7 of us.
I will say, I mean, when I go up to Milwaukee, because my family, like maybe a 20-minute drive away from Milwaukee, Pfizer Forum is a beautiful,
So nice.
beautiful building. Like, it's amazing. I mean, I remember the very first time that I saw it, it was literally just a couple of years ago. And I remember we went to like it was kind of like a pub, but it was like it's a bar and grill. Okay. And
Wisconsin.
yeah, which by the way, they're very passionate about their sports no matter what it is, and I can respect that. But yeah, so I mean, I remember it was literally like, catty corner away from Pfizer Forum, and it was just like an absurd feeling just to see that. I'm so used to the United Center, which just looks like a brick. Like, it's pretty bland. For the
so
record, I'm
nice,
not a
Ryan.
Bulls fan either.
Mhm.
I will say, I'm repping my Heat. It's just I can't do that right now. My Heat. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'd love to go to a game there, but yeah, it's just a beautiful, beautiful building.
Ben, where are you from?
So I'm like originally from Arizona, but I actually know Ryan because I moved here to Indiana. I've always been a Philadelphia fan. Now I'm like a Sixers fan,
God.
Eagles fan. But yeah, I've actually been to a Sixers game at Pfizer, and it so beautiful. It was amazing.
That'd be so cool.
Yes, it was awesome.
That's awesome.
Ben, you've got a pretty interesting question. He's a big college guy.
Huge
and,
college guy.
I mean,
Sorry, my dog's drinking water. If everyone can hear that, he does it at the worst times.
You're totally okay.
Yeah, no, I'm a huge college fan. I'm sorry. But I got 2 questions for you. Hendon Hooker, how good do you think he's gonna be? Yes. And then ironically, I do go to IU, but I am a Michigan fan. So Joe Milton, how good do you think he's gonna be next year?
I can't even begin to describe Hendon Hooker. I love Hendon Hooker. I also realize that Josh Heupel is he's had a lot of quarterback success, so it definitely could be a case scenario of we just had the right people at the right time. I mean, he's an incredible coach. Our team as a whole was so good. So, I mean, when you pair him with like Jalen Hyatt and everyone on our offense was so efficient. So, I mean, I think Hendon's a good quarterback. I don't think he'll go as high as like Bryce Young and them, which is understandable. But I think Hendon's definitely an underrated player coming into the draft. And Joe Milton, before this year, we had a bit of a quarterback carousel. I'm sure the Bears are familiar with it. We had a lot of quarterbacks, and Joe Milton was one of them. And what stood out to me the most is he got thrown into a game. I can't remember which one, but we watched him throw the ball way past the end zone and smack the wall as like a pass, and everyone was like, Jesus rock. They're like, did he just overthrow his target that bad? And that was my first impression of Joe Milton. Like, you could see it this year too. He gets a little excited in the pocket and tends to just whip it. Like, he's got a strong arm, but he's definitely going to take that Hendon composure and tone it down a bit. But Nico, I know, is really, really talented. But Joe Milton, I think he has the experience behind him right now, and he's a good quarterback. He showed that in the Orange Bowl. So
Yeah.
I think Joe's our guy, and Nico's our future, and Hendon's my love. I met Hendon Hooker in my class once, and I didn't even know who he was, but that was last year, so it was okay.
We're very jealous.
Yes.
For this next question, we're moving to the pros. I'm sorry, I gotta kind of move it.
I know that design. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot to show you my shirt.
Oh no. So
whipping out the
hold
shirt.
on 1 second. It disconnected my AirPod because I've got big ears and it brushed up against it. 1 second.
My ears are too small for AirPods.
There we go.
I know the feeling.
So, anyways, I had to wear this just out of pure irony. I also have the him crew neck too. Shout out to my girlfriend Katlynn. Not you, Katlynn, but other Katlynn.
You have a girlfriend?
Yeah, my girlfriend.
You were like, whoa.
Not you, Katlynn. Yeah. My girlfriend's name
my
is
boyfriend
Katlynn.
designed that. I mean, actually,
no, so it's actually a really funny story. So when we first met, her family, they were huge Packers fans, right? And she didn't really care about football. Like, she's just she was the cheerleader that was just kind of like, yeah, I'm just here to cheer. Didn't really know much about the game. We've been together for 3 years now, and I've taught her a lot about the games, and we've seen a lot of Bears games. And it was at the beginning.
Trauma in her.
I converted her. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing. She is very much a big Cole Kmet guy, and she is just.
That's understandable.
She loves Cole Kmet. She loves Darnell Mooney. She had a Khalil Mack jersey, but then he got traded, so that was unfortunate. But it's a shame that you're not wearing your Nick Foles jersey at the moment too. By the way, it'd be very fitting for us.
Yes,
I do have my Foles jersey. It's dirty. It's dirty how it should be. Just kidding. Nick Foles had cleaned my jersey for you, but I said I'll have a Bears jersey, but it has not been washed since the first time I wore it. And it's actually like borderline brown, so it's kind of gross, but it is there.
Kyle Gagliardi coming in and commenting again. Boo this man. He said he has the same exact shirt as you. And then apparently I won the worst boyfriend of the year award.
Yeah, that's just cruel to make someone watch that.
We went to a lot of games. It was let's see. Our first game that we ever went to was last year in January, like the day after New Year's. It was the Bears and Giants, and that was the game that Robert Quinn broke the record. I believe it or not, I think he was, because I was like, hey, like this guy that I follow on TikTok is like sitting up there somewhere. And she was like, oh. But yeah, and then let's see. After that, I mean, with all the stuff that we've been doing on the podcast and everything too, like she's been more and more interested in it. And we could say the same exact thing about Ben's girlfriend, Mary, as well.
I converted
That's so cute.
I converted her from a Bears fan, so I'm out here doing God's work.
See, you're doing good things.
Exactly.
You.
Hey, it's all right.
She's a great girl. I'm sure she's amazing. But girl, let me tell. There are other options. I don't mean him. I mean teams. There are great places to go. Your neighbors.
Hey, I will say, so she loves the Dolphins too, just because of the colors.
I like her.
She was like, she goes, I really like Jalen Waddle was her favorite player.
Are we the same person? Like, same name. We both love the same players. That's awesome.
Let me see really quick, because I know I can pull up a picture really quick. We went to the Bears-Packers game when it was Rodgers' last game at Soldier as a Packer. But we also went to the Bears. We also went to the Bears Dolphins game as well. But let's see. I could share this. Hold on. So this is us, and I can't wait for you to see my hat too. This is great. Yeah, this is us at the Bears Packers one.
Where did you get
great,
that?
Right? So I got it as a the 1 year where the Bears were really good with Cody Parkey. I went to
Oh, I love
the
him. He's one of
game-
my favorite players.
Oh, shut up.
I mean,
No,
I
so,
agree.
Yeah, so I went to the Bears-Lions game where Cody Parkey hit the upright 4 times in the same game, and that was a hat that I wore to that game. So, yeah, but
You're what he
that
was
was us.
focused on when he was missing the kicks. He's like, "What is that dude's hat?"
I
You're the sole reason for that.
I was in that same end zone too for like 2 of them, 2 or 3 of them too.
It
So
was you.
odds are, and it was the same end zone where he double doinked it. I could have been the issue.
I wish I was there.
Anyways, so my next question is, how's it feel to root for the team with the ugliest color combo in all of sports?
You know, I struggle with this myself because my whole life I've just thought that was the most beautiful color combo ever.
Oh,
And
no.
you know, I've just thought I could be the Browns.
Yeah,
I
that's
could
fair.
be wearing brown.
You know what's funny about that too?
You're a
I
Browns
have
fan?
half of my family's from Cleveland, so we do root for the Browns. Yeah, I have.
No, don't get me wrong. But they had Bakey, all love. All love. Now, not so much love.
Yeah. I can't get behind Baker. I cannot get behind Baker. I don't know what.
Okay,
it is
have you
about
seen
him.
the meme where he's like, "Oh, that's cool." Wait,
half Bears, half
Oh,
Browns.
how'd
So
you
Bears.
do that?
I've got a person, you know.
What's your person's name?
Uh,
Have you seen the meme of Baker where remember when he was like so bad and there's like a meme of like whatever
and
they
him
were doing
flying
for
Yep.
Madden or something?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
That's my favorite. And they just put his stats over it every time and he's just like dancing. It's the funniest thing ever. I love Baker. Oh
So-
my god.
My actual next question is, do you think that this will be a rebuilding year for your Packers, or do you think that they'll stay competitive in 2023?
I definitely I don't know. It depends on what happens. I don't view it as a rebuild with Jordan Love. I believe that's something that's already established behind the scenes. It will. Here's the thing with the Packers. You gotta bite the bullet at some point. Aaron Rodgers, no offense, might be going off the deep end. And he doesn't want to play for us. So like the longer you have a quarterback who doesn't want to win, the longer you're not gonna go to the
Clip it,
Super
Ryan.
Bowl.
Clip it.
Yeah.
Clip it.
Yep.
So like I don't understand. I love Jordan Love. There have been so many people that have voiced their support for Jordan Love. You've just Rodgers hates me. And he's literally got me in a chokehold and it's miserable because every season I know exactly the day we lose, it's gonna be, I hate this team or our team sucks. And it's like, dude, you're on the team. Like you are the team. You want us to win? How about win? Like do something.
That's fair.
He makes me so mad.
He's
I
gonna
will
go play
say-
with your guy in Vegas.
If that happens, I'm not
Yeah.
even going to be on this earth anymore. Like, I'm not even being dramatic. If I see Devontae Adams walk out and Rodgers follows him when they both could have just stayed in Green Bay, and considering the NFC was not amazing this season, could have definitely just stayed in Green Bay and been successful. And Devontae, why did you leave me? I don't get it. I've been with him since day one, and he just turned his back and his quarterback left. So that's karma. Even though I love you, that's karma at its finest. When Derek Carr left, I was like, what was the point? What did you do that for?
What if this was a master plan all the way around and they just wanted out of Green Bay and they were just like, let's just go to Vegas because like
Why
Vegas
would you want
is
to
cool.
play in negative 20 degrees half the year? Like literally, who doesn't want that? You know,
It's a
like,
tough
do you want to
thing.
feel your fingertips? I don't know. You want to play in Vegas?
Yeah, where it's kind of warm
Yeah.
sometimes.
You want to play in the
no
palm
income
trees?
tax. Yeah.
in a dome, like some
Go to the
lame,
casino
cool
after
stadium.
you're done? What?
Ben, you've got the next one, man.
Yeah, well, you already answered part of the question. I was going to ask you about Jordan Love, but once you guys trade Rodgers, because it's going to happen at this point, what would you like in return for him?
That is tough. Because there's been a lot of talk about where we could put him and what we'd get in return. And my thought would be that we definitely give him to the Jets and probably go more of a get picks in the draft route. A lot of people have said we could trade a team and get wide receivers. And honestly, like, I don't think that's our best investment when Rodgers would be worth more at getting good picks versus a good wide receiver. Because I mean, like, I can't think off the top of my head anywhere where I think one person would really change our team.
Yeah.
I think honestly, it's just you're investing in the future and just put all you can into it. And I mean, the draft, you got a lot of defensive talent coming out of Georgia and Alabama. So I mean, if you want it, you got to get it. But yeah. I don't know specifically anyone. There's not really a good free agent market for us to really go crazy right now. It's pretty sucky. So
yeah.
Get Jalen Hyatt.
There you go.
That's what I'm rooting for. Everyone asks me, they're like, who do you want the Packers to get in the draft? First pick, Jalen Hyatt. Thank you. That'd be awesome. I never see hey, but I got one vol playing for you, big dog. Does Velus Jones Jr. ring a bell?
Yeah, I got his autograph card actually for like $15. It was not a good purchase. But, yeah.
Connor texted me, he's like, I hate the Vaults. In the beginning of the season, I was like, I think he's doing great things in Chicago.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. He'll be an okay returner. He's just got to get
it. Draft Cedric Tillman.
Yeah,
he can replace Chase Claypool, who's done.
I think we should just draft the Vols to the Packers, and I'll be happy.
Darnell Wright, because you guys need another tackle here soon. You just need everything. It's great.
Everyone.
So, yeah, go ahead. No, I'm sorry.
Honest question: what do Packers fans think of Hackett? Because I know around the league, he's viewed as a clown, but wasn't he the offensive coordinator for you guys before he was the Broncos head coach?
As soon as the news broke, by the way, I just want to tell you this. As soon as the news broke that he signed with the Broncos to be their head coach, we said on the podcast, I wish I could pull the clip up for you. We said that was going to be a bust. That was horrible.
Yeah, I don't know how much of a play he genuinely had into a lackluster offense for us, because I feel like he wasn't really the main voice in most of our schemes. But I mean, my main issue with I remember back to McCarthy and LaFleur started a little bold, but we were just so conservative on offense. It was so annoying. So I was hoping once he was gone, we were going to kind of get ballsy, and that didn't necessarily happen. For a little bit we were, but yeah, I don't know. He obviously had a little bit to do with a bit of a failure in the beginning of the year, because that's a big change. He was obviously big position for us, but I don't know.
Ryan, I saw that and I got scared. I was like, no way.
I know. So this is our former one of our former high school football coaches saying go Packers, except he's actually a big Bears fan. So he said just
I saw that. That was tough. I got really excited. I was like, oh, Packers fan.
Nope. Kyle Gagliardi can definitely vouch for you, but Tyler Milby, Coach Tyler is not gonna cross that bridge. So I've got 2 questions to kind of end with, and then we'll jump into our normal show, our normal routine.
Okay.
So and just as a football mind, okay, and I want you to take all bias possible out of this, okay? Do you think the Bears can finally win one against Green Bay in 2023?
Win a game next year? Probably not. No bias. I'm gonna be mean. See, here's the thing. It's like this is literally everyone asks how do you and Connor get along? We don't when we talk football because we're both so mean about each other's teams. That's just how I'm raised. Like, if you asked me to say one nice thing about the Bears,
They have cool colors.
I'm right there with you. It's okay. Yeah.
I got nothing.
Justin Fields is good. You could probably say Justin Fields
I
is good,
love
right?
Justin Fields.
Thank
I
you.
would say
you
something,
go.
and I know you're gonna pop off, so I'm not gonna say that.
You're gonna
Let's
say
just
he's a
keep in
running
mind.
back?
Yes, before I say that,
Okay.
keep in mind I hated Lamar Jackson, so I've kept it even across the board.
Okay.
That's because I have an old ass
You're good.
quarterback
Yeah.
who doesn't run. He ran a little bit this year, but you know how even Jalen Hurts.
He had to.
I was gonna say, what do you think of Hurts?
They just no out of the pocket. I mean, and they're like, oh my god, Justin Fields got like 99% of your offensive yards this year, and I'm like, oh, that's great, probably because like you should probably throw the ball. And Connor's like, how do you think Justin Fields is not one of the top quarterbacks? I'm like, yeah, because a quarterback is an all-around position. I get it now. The youngins, it's all about skills. And running is definitely a big one. I mean, a lot, considering how many offensive lines absolutely suck, including yours.
Yes. Yeah. I can agree with that.
It just aggravates me. Like Packers are so old style and everything that it's just hard for me. And I have to accept that we're gonna have a. Just kidding, Jordan Love. I love Jordan Love. I got nothing negative to say about
Jordan
him.
Love too.
It's love season, baby.
A couple new
Yes.
comments. Kyle Gagliardi saying, "I only tuned in because you finally had a smart fan on."
Thank
Next comment. Aaron Rodgers has the same amount of NFC championships as Rex Grossman. That's true. Except unfortunately, Aaron Rodgers won that Super Bowl, but he shouldn't have because Jay Cutler, if he didn't get hurt. But anyways, Coach Tyler, being the linebackers guy that he is, saying that he does love Clay Matthews, though.
Everyone does.
I can't.
That
with
was
his
my
hair, though.
least favorite. I as a kid, I promise you, I probably
he's a
would have
terror.
liked Aaron Rodgers more than Clay Matthews as a kid. Now I just despise both of them, and the reason why is because Clay Matthews, as good as he was, he terrorized my team, and he had a very cool last name. So like I couldn't do anything about that. It was just I want to root for him, but he's just so annoying, and I don't know. But
Come on, the blonde locks,
I
like
can't. It's so greasy. It was so greasy.
sometimes it was really nasty. Like you'd take his helmet off, my mom would be like, "Oh my god, Clay Matthews," and I'm like,
Ew.
I'm like 12. I'm like, ugh.
I do want to say
comb over is better.
I do want to say something to any of your TikTok followers that could be listening, just because a lot of them make me mad when I like watch your live streams when you're with Connor. And I know that this is a point that you've made prior, but just because two passionate football fans are going head to head does not mean that the relationship needs to end. That's the beauty in what you guys have.
People need to understand, like I know how to make Connor pissed. That's the thing. It's like that sounds really bad, but when we're talking football, I know his soft spots in the Bears, and we're on live. That's my screen. I'm like, watch this, guys, and I'm like, oh, Connor, like I don't think the drafts even has a purpose for you because you have 52 men to replace, and he gets so mad, and it's.
Oh no!
Like I just know him too well that like no, I know people at one point were saying he like me, and I'm like no, he gets mad because the Packers are better. We are perfectly fine.
In all
That's
honesty, I think I've even admitted that. I think I've admitted that on the podcast. And the thing is, like, there's a difference between having a football podcast and having a Bears and Eagles podcast. And for me, that infuriates me. And I've even said, I think I even put out a TikTok on it because out of the 20 years, almost 21 that I've been alive, the Bears have beat the Packers 11 times. 11 times. The amount of rage that just has inside of me is just unbelievable. Aaron Rodgers has
Connor. Aaron Rodgers
is
like Satan to him, and he hates him.
Yeah.
And I think it's so funny. And that once again, that's bad. I understand that, but that's my boyfriend. So like, if football's the only thing we ever fight about, I'm pretty sure we're okay. And yes,
sure.
We do fight about football 99% of the time. It's probably like once a week.
Hey, that's perfectly okay. But
maybe you should just go date a Bears fan then.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, just the constant
Go date a
comments that were
loser.
just like,
No, I'm just kidding. That's me. I didn't mean that.
hey, hey,
If you
I
don't
can
want to
take
date
it
a
right
winner
now.
like me,
Yeah, just wait till the Bears trade for like a T.
Just-
Higgins type, okay? Then
Oh, that's
Just
what
wait until
Connor
the Bears
told me.
trade Justin Fields for Bryce Young, Ryan.
Okay, let's move
At
on.
least
to
you'll
weekly
actually have a
news,
quarterback
okay?
back there, not a running back.
So,
And then I hate you even more because you got the Bama boy back there.
oh, man.
Although
So,
Tennessee's
all
better,
right.
so
Wow.
Bama ain't got nothing. We beat them in 2 sports this year.
Hey, all right. Hey, I like
Wait,
that. My dad's an Alabama fan.
didn't
so-
Tennessee's men's basketball just beat you guys? Or just beat? Yeah, you're right. Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We lost to
Love that.
Kentucky, so that was tough.
That's
but
tough.
Go
we
Big
beat
Blue.
Alabama, so that's all we
I
needed
love
this
Barnes.
season.
Barnes is awesome though. I like Barnes. Good coach.
Big Kentucky guy over
Kentucky
here.
sucks.
Yeah.
Sorry,
They do suck. They're awful
I
this
hate
year.
every other team.
He's a
It's
Kentucky
just-
fan. He's a Kentucky fan. Ryan's a Kentucky
Oh,
fan.
I'm sorry.
Hey, here's Caitlin chiming in. She said, "Go Vols." Go
Aw.
Vols. There she is.
I thought it was
So-
Vols too for the longest time, and then
Is it
everyone's
Vols?
like, "I can't believe people say Vols." Yeah, like volunteers.
That's what
So,
I
like
thought.
Vols.
Balls.
But it's just weird because when I say like Vols, people just bully me because I sound like I'm like a redneck.
So, all right, moving on because we should probably do that. So, okay, we're diving into the weekly news. These are the big headlines that I found out. I actually didn't know that this one happened until today, so that was pretty unfortunate. But former Lions defensive back Stanley Wilson passed away. He collapsed in a mental hospital, so not entirely sure what all happened there. Didn't really read into it that much, but rest in peace. On a happier note, the Falcons have been listed as the most aggressive potential suitor for Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson. They almost got Deshaun Watson last year. So we even talked about it on the podcast, I think, just like last week or the week before.
We did.
That I said, I mean, Atlanta would be the perfect team for that. I mean, Ben's familiar with Mike Vick. Atlanta's familiar with that type of quarterback too. Like,
They know how to
we don't
say
got to
them.
talk about what Mike Vick did, but we can talk about Mike Vick as a quarterback. So yeah, I mean, so
Sorry, Ron.
that's awesome. So, I mean, that would be just a great fit. All the dogs are in a safe spot right now. Okay, that's
Yeah,
all that matters.
It's okay.
That's like a curse word in the dog vocabulary. Is Mike Vick.
He's like, never met him, but he knows him.
Yeah, he's heard stories. So that'd be a good potential suitor. Our next bullet point that I'd like to talk about, Cardinal star wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins no longer has a no trade clause in his contract due to his PED suspension from the last year. So that's my next question. So, I mean, obviously both of our fan bases would love to have DeAndre Hopkins on the team. That'd be a huge move. And his trade value isn't astronomically high, despite, I mean, he's still playing at an elite level, but he's kind of getting up there in age. Is that something that's been on your mind as far as trading for DeAndre Hopkins, or are you still on that boat of let's just keep piling up for picks in the future?
Well, funny story, because a little special someone was actually ranting to me about DeAndre Hopkins last night. And, everyone's going to go to the Bears. So obviously he was one of them. And
The biggest misconception.
DeAndre and Devontae are in the same draft class, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think.
Yeah.
Which I
Double
always as long as I watched football, I always thought DeAndre was a dinosaur compared to Devontae, because Devontae didn't start for a while. And then people remind me, they're like, they're literally the same age. Or it's like someone's the same age as Devontae. I mean, in that regard, I don't think he's that old, because Devontae seems very youthful. But I mean, DeAndre is, he's just kind of on that, In my mind, I love him because he'll always be my favorite Texan. But I don't think DeAndre would be our best investment. That's a little ignorant to say. I don't think we'd want DeAndre Hopkins. But I don't really think our focus is on, well, I guess, get support around Love, but I think there's other routes we can take versus DeAndre.
So
He's
Devontae
pretty
was taken in the
injury.
2014 draft. DeAndre Hopkins was taken in the 2013, so just the year before.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, looking at it right now, I never realized how stacked that 2013 draft class
It was
is.
wild.
I mean, you're looking at, the number one pick was Eric Fisher, which I thought was a lot younger than that. Lane Johnson was in that. Sheldon Richardson, Eric Reed, my boy Kyle Long, that I would love to have on the podcast at some point. That'd be cool. Tyler Eifert, which is the Indiana native. Let's see, Xavier Rhodes, DeAndre Hopkins,
Oh, I
Desmond
love
Trufant.
Xavier.
Oh man, and then you've got Cordero Patterson, which is like one of the most beloved players in the whole league.
Go Balls, baby.
Zach Ertz for Ben's Eagles as well. Darius Slay, Le'Veon Bell.
I love Darius too. And Le'Veon.
I love Slay. Yeah.
Your boy
I
Eddie
love
Lacy
Slay.
was in that draft class as well.
Hey, let me just say, I'm an Eddie Lacy backer till the day I die. He was my first Packers jersey because Devontae ones weren't available at the time, so I had to settle. But I did love Lacy.
Lacy's
my
pretty
first
cool.
jersey.
That was probably the only Packer ever that I kind of liked watching.
And we all love Thanksgiving, like
Yeah.
you got to celebrate the holiday, and he was just being body shamed, and I don't think that's right because I eat 4 portions then too, so like who cares?
So next headline, Saints running back Alvin Kamara and 3 others have been indicted for an alleged beating at a Las Vegas nightclub last year.
It just dropped. Like TMC just dropped the surveillance video of it. Like
it's pretty bad.
Ago. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough.
Moving on, Rams corner Jalen Ramsey says that there's no chance that he gets cut. Now I'm going on a little bit of a tangent.
Amon Ra wanted him there, dude.
I love Amon
Ra. Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
Amon Ra said that he
wanted him there. He wanted Ramsey there. He's like, you should come and play.
And Ramsey responded.
I love Jalen Ramsey.
Ramsey responded saying, I tried to get you guys in the playoffs this year. I'm sorry. We'll see what we can do. So it's up in the air.
NFL is scripted, question mark?
Yeah. Oh, geez. We already talked about that too.
The Lions are definitely the best team in that division. I'm sorry.
I love the Lions.
That's the thing. And it's such an NFC North thing to just love the Lions for no reason.
You can't hate them. You can't. Goffy, I love him. I worship him, honestly.
I was a big Matthew Stafford guy too.
Oh, I love Matthew Stafford.
Jamal's great.
I miss Jamal.
I know.
So,
did you guys take Jamal and Aaron Jones in the same draft? Didn't you guys? I'm pretty sure it was the same draft. It was like either like back to back. But he's great. He's such a nerd. He's such
a good energy too.
Yes.
I miss him.
Our next line. So this is a little bit more of a tangent, and that's why I kind of wanted to fast forward to this one. Packers have reworked running back Aaron Jones and his salary to $11 million, keeping in Green Bay for another season. They've also reportedly moved on from Aaron Rodgers, as did Katlynn apparently, and are hoping to rip the Band-Aid off and go forward with Jordan Love. The Jets' decision on Derek Carr or Aaron Rodgers will come after Rodgers' darkness retreat if Carr's still available. Okay, I think I speak for everyone here, and it's interesting to get a Packers point of view. I am so ready, and I've been ready since like last year around this time. I went on this like hour-long rant in the car ride home from the scouting combine. Matt, if you're listening, thanks for being a trooper and listening to me, bud. But Aaron Rodgers has just been such. I mean, just the way that he handles himself in the offseason.
He might be worse than Kyrie, dude.
Regular season, what are you doing going on a podcast and trashing your wide receivers? Like, I get that's like one thing, but like, why don't you work on that in the locker room? Like, I don't care if it's a joke or whatever. You're publicly embarrassing these kids that are trying their best. They got thrown into a situation where everyone knew it was like Devontae's gone. Like, who's going to fill his shoes? And I don't care. Tough love, whatever. You keep that off screen. No one needs to know about issues in or working on your offense. That is so ridiculous. I cannot explain because I love our wide receivers. And Christian Watson does not deserve to get dogged on. He would have been offensive rookie of the year if he would have got a few more touchdowns. But, darkness man decided not to throw him. So
I can't say that I didn't trash Christian Watson at the Bears and Packers game just because I was that close.
Because you wanted him. He wanted him. Ryan
I did.
wanted him so bad.
I was so disappointed too. I was like, they're gonna take him, aren't they? And I even said that too. Like, I don't know. I don't think that we were together for that. Were we for those second round? But I remember I thought Jahan Dotson was gonna be a Packer. I thought
me too.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, as far as all of this goes, I am very ready for him to just shut up. Just because, I mean, and I think the whole league is at this point. It was so exhausting for nothing last offseason, and now you're going to do it again. Like, just get it over with.
No, and literally, he just wants to be in headlines. It's so aggravating because that's like crossing the line of, do you want to be a star athlete or celebrity and be in TMZ every week? Like, that's so annoying.
So next up, Ben, your boy, Eric Bieniemy, has been hired as the new offensive coordinator for Washington. And the former Bears head coach, Matt Nagy, is expected to replace Bieniemy for offensive coordinator.
My condolences.
We're moving on. Patriots are willing to listen to trade offers for Mac Jones. Let me tell you this really quick. Previous headline. That Bears and Giants game that I said that Katlynn and I went to, I chirped at Matt Nagy more than I did the Giants. So I remember being like, get that Denny's menu off your face. Just, I don't know. There was more. I can't go into it in the podcast, but there's more. But yes, so Patriots are willing to listen to trade offers for Mac Jones.
I love
not
that.
happening. Oh no, this podcast is a very anti-Mac Jones pod. How are you?
Okay, here's the issue. Here's the issue is because you could ask me any player and I'll basically be like, I don't know if you noticed that throughout the stream. Every time a name's named, I'm like, oh my God, I love them. Oh my God, I love them. Like, I love these players so much, like so much more than the game. So that's my issue. I say I love everyone. Mac Jones, I do love though. And it's always the people I want to succeed that don't, AKA why I'm Baker Mayfield's biggest advocate.
Yeah.
To not be your starting quarterback, but definitely be on your bench.
Yeah. He's not a bad backup, I will say.
Yeah.
And he's a good guy too. He's a great guy.
They're good guys. Like, how? I don't. Mac, he's so young.
Yeah, but I mean, there's not that much of a difference between him and Bailey Zappi, is there?
No.
Yeah.
I forgot about Zappi too.
Zappi's cool.
I like Zappi. Zappi's a fun story going to like Sam Houston State or something and now like playing in the NFL. We're Bailey
Wouldn't
Zappi
have known
podcast.
that. But here's our draft guy for you, We're moving on to overreactions. And so so last week, I said an overreaction is saying that Justin Fields isn't going to be a Bear in 2023. I think that that's purely just polls marketing his pick. I think that that's just awesome. So, I mean, we talked about that to a certain extent, so I'm just going to move on. But the officiating in the NFL isn't an issue. Now, this is an argument I'd like to get into about just because of the amount of BS calls that get for the Packers when it comes to Bears and Packers games. There's the face I was looking for.
Bad officiating, not for the Packers, though.
Or bad playing on your part. But yeah.
See, I remember really quick before I get your thoughts on that too, just as a whole in the league. I remember in the Bears Packers game that me and Katlynn went to. She was like, "That's bull crap." Like, what
throwed me off there.
So my Katlynn, I'll just say my Katlynn.
Yeah. I obviously I've known your girlfriend forever. Awesome. You keep saying Katlynn. I was like,
So I remember we went to the game and everything. First off, a fan threw a beer can at an official and almost hit him. That was pretty intense. But not only that, there was obviously a missed call as a result. And my Katlynn said, like, what? That's not even fair. Like, how did they do that? Blah, blah, blah. I said, welcome to the fan base. This is what we have to deal with on a consistent basis. And then now she's like, I understand. Now I understand why you don't like the Packers. And it's just this constant BS that we have to deal with, but not just in that rivalry. But what I do want to say is overall in the league, we've seen a lot more errors happen on the officiating side. And my point of view on it specifically is I think that it's getting a little out of hand, that there's no repercussions for it, as far as, there might be a situation where it's like you're not going to the Super Bowl to officiate if this is what you're going to be doing. But as far as, fines and more assignments and stuff like that, like there needs to be something put in place that the fans acknowledge before we keep going, in my opinion.
I think it's a tough in between because there are so many calls that don't get called every play. And if you're gonna just knock down on officiating, then like, do you want them to call every play? Because I can think back to that Juju hold too. Like, obviously it's different when it comes down to crucial time, but in the technicality, he did commit
The issue,
the holding.
they let them do
say.
that all game though. Like that is my thing. All
That's
game
the
they
thing.
were like that.
It's like it's so hard because then I agree. There's a total then the refs feel like they have to call a light call to make up for a play they missed before. That's really aggravating, and I feel like it's almost gotten to the point where I feel like pass interference and that stuff. I almost like the college rules better. Like, obviously, you like it better when that's your team that could have caught the ball. And I get it. You always could have caught the ball. But I just feel like there has to be more of a baseline. I agree. But it's tough because, like, there's no standard because, like, how severe does it have to be to call it? But then people are going to be mad you don't call it. And I don't know.
I agree with the college stuff because an NFL quarterback should not be rewarded for underthrowing the football. I feel like we saw it like 10 times this season. Is like Carson Wentz and Matt Ryan did it both for the Colts, but like just completely ducking a throw, and then it's a PI. It's awful. I don't know what we're doing.
I will say, as far as the point that I made, which I mean, thank you for reminding me as well. Last week on the podcast, and just over the last a couple weeks, I've always said the officials should never put themselves in a position to where they are the ones that change the outcome of the game, not the teams. And so that's what I meant to say as far as officiating goes. Obviously, there's going to be some missed calls. Obviously, it's not going to happen every single time. But these little nitpicky ones that happen towards the end are what causes the NFL to have that conspiracy about it being scripted.
I agree.
It's exhausting too. And I'm sure it's for the three of us as well, because we all know that it's not scripted, but hearing it so much being like,
it's painful to watch a lot of the games where it's just like, is that genuinely feasible that outcome would have happened at the time I was watching the game? Like if I just turned on my TV and a team's down by 20 some with, I think it was like, was it the Buccaneers and another team at some point were like down by 13 or something with like 2 minutes left and both ended up coming back with the same score. That's the stuff where it's kind of eerie. And I even remember last year, I think it was last year in the playoffs, that was it the Chargers and the Raiders?
The Chargers and Jags. This
were you talking about the tie where they could have tied?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they decided that I literally sat there and my heart shattered because I was like, oh, like that's just as much as I don't want to believe that is so hard as a fan to just be like, that genuinely could have happened. Because I forget if they didn't call a timeout or something or like, and it's like you knew they knew that, but it's like. Yeah. Is Vegas really controlling you that bad?
Oh, it's
But I agree. There's definitely more upper hands controlling game outcomes than the teams, and it's really, really frustrating.
My last one that I was going to talk about was how Aaron Rodgers is milking everything out again, and it's just really exhausting. But I mean, we've pretty much covered that a lot, so I think we're good there. So our next topic is our way too early Super Bowl favorites for next year. I have mine, It's the Bears. I'm just kidding. No, but no.
Realistic.
yeah, right. Yeah, so way too early Super Bowl favorites. I think that this is just going to be a fun segment to listen back to after the draft and free agency, and then we can make our actual educated predictions after that. But I don't know. I think we should get started. Maybe our guest goes first. Ladies first.
I'm be honest. I did predict the Eagles correctly. I just want to get that on record. Preseason, I told Connor that they were an underdog, and he's like, "Eagles aren't an underdog. Everyone expects them to succeed." I was like, "No, the Eagles are going to the Super Bowl," and everyone thought I was crazy. And then they ended up like undefeated for a while, and I was like, "Should I start sports betting?" Because like I literally made $1 trillion off that. And I never said a word about it until the Super Bowl because I knew if I said something during the playoffs, they'd end up losing. My luck. But
I'm going to write these down too.
It's so just so bizarre.
It's bad. The NFC's bad.
I feel like it's just teams that happen to pull something out. Yeah. I don't think it's in like talent-wise.
Stop. Oh my gosh, Ryan.
I knew that.
I don't even know.
Ryan NFC hates the Chiefs. Ugh.
It's not that I hate them. I'm just not a firm believer in
also
what
I brought this out for you, especially.
I knew. Yeah. It's hideous. Yeah, get it to fall off. It's okay. You don't need it. It's okay.
Where's Sauce Gardner when you need him, dude?
Yes. We met him in the scouting combine.
We met him in the combine last year. Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Picks, I don't know. I'll go with the Niners. I mean, the Niners I hate the Niners, but I can't think the Vikings. I mean, I knew they were gonna lose.
They're just frauds.
I don't know. NFC sucks. AFC, I mean, I said Chiefs too, so I predicted the Super Bowl.
No
but
way. Wow.
I did have the Bills and Packers as my second bet, and the Bills, I don't believe in them anymore.
Fair. Connor's pretty frustrated about that one too, huh?
Oh my God, he was rooting for the Cowboys so hard in the playoffs, and I had to keep my mouth shut. He also thought the Vikings were being incredible this season. I kept my mouth shut and I let it unfold. And I didn't even have to say a word. I just watched them lose, and I was like, Eagles.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I'm interested to hear your guys' picks because I genuinely have not thought about it at all.
Okay. We'll do our picks.
Yep.
I'm gonna need an AFC team from you though later. Ben, you can go ahead, man.
The Eagles, dude. Come on,
fly.
you're darn right. Yeah. I have to go with the Eagles. It's great.
Unbelievable.
No, I have to go with my Eagles. But then I have to go with the Bengals, dude. They're just such a fun team to watch. Joe Burrow's great. Yeah, he's great.
America was rooting for him. If he ended up on the Super Bowl, I knew it was rigged because America was talking about him so much. I was like, watch Joe Burrow pop up.
You see, okay. I like the Bengals. I really do.
I'll get called jabronis by Travis Kelce because we didn't believe in the Chiefs.
Yeah, I love that, by the way. His little wrestling promos that he does too, because he makes constant. I'm a big wrestling fan, and he makes constant just references towards it and everything, and it's hilarious. I love it. So I was gonna go Bengals. I think T. Higgins gets traded. I don't know if it's to the Bears, but I think he gets traded. So I want to say no. I want to say it's to the Bears, but I'm not confident. But if they do get rid of him, it's a step down. I'm gonna say Dolphins. I'm gonna say Dolphins, and then I'm gonna
Dolphins.
For the NFC, yeah, this is a very weird one.
Do it. Do it.
Rams.
Packers?
No. Oh, what?
The amount of injuries that team,
the Rams.
the amount of injuries that team faced.
Ring chasing.
They're not even the best team in their division, dude.
I hate the Rams. Don't even get me started. How they have money to purchase every good NFL player to ever exist baffles me. And it makes me mad because how am I negative quadruple trillion money in cap space, but they can afford every player I've known since my childhood.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's just
Money
how it
isn't
works.
real is what it comes down to, I guess. So they suck.
Fake.
Yeah, exactly. Let us take everyone then. Let's turn into MLB.
No.
Yes.
Oh, just use the
Yeah,
XFL.
that's fine.
I'm
okay.
Just use the XFL as our developmental leagues. XFL and the USFL. I mean, it's essentially
Best
what it
teams
is,
get
right?
the most money. Then it's the same teams that are good over and over again.
So,
Screw
all right,
that.
we need your AFC
Go
team,
Phillies.
Caitlin. What do you got?
Go Phils.
I don't even like any of them. Just kidding, I do. I like genuinely in my head can't think of any team that's like Super Bowl worthy. They haven't proved themselves to me yet. Not like they are going to anyways, but I'm just gonna go with the Jags.
I love it.
We love that. Dougie P is awesome. Dougie P is awesome.
I love the Jags. I call the Jags doing pretty well this season too, but that's because I'm biased and I love their jerseys.
Yeah.
And I love Zay Jones. Zay, if you're watching this, I've shouted you out on every podcast this month. I remember you. I hope you remember me.
So
Zay commented on my post like 2 years ago and said he'd be honored to marry me. So shout out to you, Connor Burns, but Zay has not reached back out. So
he's safe for right now.
So he's safe for now.
So at this point in the show, what we would normally, oh yeah, oh no, I was gonna make a joke, definitely not appropriate. Anyways, yeah, so I'll put it in our private chat here.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
I'll finish what you were saying. Yeah, at this point in the show, we usually do my college corner, but we wanted to have a lot of time to joke around and have fun with our guests, which we've done because it's already an hour into the podcast.
I talk a lot, guys. I'm so sorry.
No, it's awesome. No. Oh God,
no.
You're awesome.
That's exactly what we need too. Like that's what we're asking from you.
Yes, exactly. So I was gonna do IOLs, interior offensive linemen, like the rankings, the prospect rankings, but we'll wait another week and we'll do that before the combine because, like Ryan's already said, we're gonna be pushing out a lot of content come combine time. So we're gonna push that to next week.
Part of that combine,
Jordan Addison to the Packers at 15. What?
Part of the content that we are.
I don't know who that is, but yes.
Why'd you say that?
No.
Did you say Jordan?
Okay, where is he from?
Jordan Addison, USC.
USC.
He went to Pitt, and now he's at University of Southern California.
Oh, I thought you meant South Carolina.
Oh,
California, I
no,
can handle.
no.
Carolina, no.
Yeah.
He's not welcome on my team.
I was talking about the real USC, not the fake USC.
Oh, like the real UT versus fake UT?
Yes.
Established after us?
Wild.
So speaking of content that we're putting out, mock drafts are starting this week. Ben and I are going to be doing a separate stream for mock drafts, just like we did last year. And we're just going to be constantly pushing out more mock drafts for you guys to listen to. So if you guys want to do some extra draft research prior to it, so you are more familiar, I will tell you firsthand, this is a very good way to get to know that because if anybody's listening from last year, I was clueless. I mean, absolutely had no idea. And I just went into it like, hey, Ben, look, I'm just going to make a mock draft and just fit it to the needs. And you just tell me whether or not that was a good pick. Towards the end of it, I had a pretty decent idea of, so it was pretty good. And it makes the scouting combine a lot more fun to watch. So if you're into mock drafts and everything, if you're trying to see who we think your team's going to pick in the NFL draft, definitely check that out. It will not be out tonight, but it will be out at a future date this week, hopefully tomorrow or Thursday. But with that being said, we're now in the even more fun part of our show. We're gonna play some Weddle. Now, this is how this works. As I pull this up. So basically, when we have a guest on, so normally what we do, just the two of us, Ben and I, we compete to see who can complete the hard mode and get it right the most. And right now Ben's up 18 to 11 before we start.
Yes.
So if we were to, so easy mode. Oh geez. Easy mode is
I just saw what you typed in the private chat.
Private chat? Yeah. Anyways, easy mode, we help each other out, just so that we get a feel for it and everything, get ourselves back in the mental groove. And then hard mode is when we go up against each other and we don't help each other out. And Katlynn, if you were to win and get the person right, then
let me start by saying that will not be happening. So.
Have you played Weddle before?
Yeah, but my issue is I always guess Devontae Adams.
Hey, that's okay. My first guess is always Justin Fields. I will say. Let me get rid of
always
that way we can see Katlynn. All right, so Ben, I think you won last time. So we going AJ Brown? Oh no, Katlynn's starting off.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so you want to start out with Aaron Rodgers?
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here, let me give me just a second.
Is that a bad person to start with?
No, it's okay. Here, okay. I'll explain it. So you said you haven't played Weddle before? Or you have?
I have. I just suck. No, so I'll be a lot of help, guys. Don't worry. We'll get this.
So if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts in the future, you're not seeing this on the screen. So I'm going to try my best to kind of illustrate what's going on. So right now it is not a Packer. He's in the NFC. He's not a quarterback. He's a little bit shorter than 6'2". He's definitely older than 39, and his jersey number is higher than 12. So
yeah, he's older. Rodgers is older than I thought. I didn't realize he was 39.
Yeah, he is.
That's my
guy. Old fart, man. All right, Ben.
Yeah, we'll do Miles Sanders.
All right. So it's an NFC East player. Not sure. I mean, it was just a shot in the dark, right?
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb. Wait, number.
No, boo.
CeeDee's younger, right?
I'm thinking. All right.
Probably. Yeah, CeeDee's probably. I think he's probably 24.
It's not my turn.
That might actually work.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's easy mode. Let's see.
We're not. Yeah.
Oh.
That was close though. It's an NFC East wide receiver. He's still 6'2", but he's a little bit taller than that. I would say he's probably about 6'1", just in that area. Yeah. And he's a little bit older than 25, and his jersey number is a little bit less than 88. But we're close. Katlynn, you're up next again.
Hold on, let me think if he was in the NFC East. The Giants.
I do that all the time too.
I think I know that.
The Eagles, but he's not on the Eagles or Dallas. Who's the other team?
Commanders.
Oh yeah, no one even knows who they are. Oh fuck. Sorry.
No,
it's
okay. You're good.
God, I can't even think of his other teams right now. Except what's his name? Dotson.
Right.
Who's on the Commanders?
Oh, it's easy mode. We can help her out. Scary Terry.
Scary Terry's there.
Oh yeah.
Terry McLaurin.
The number doesn't work out.
He's too old, right?
He's probably somewhere in that age range, but the number doesn't work out.
Guys, this is where the statistics mode of my brain
just
does not comprehend.
I
mean, if he's on the Commanders, we'll find out.
I think I know who it is.
Okay. So
all right, guys. Ben? So it's not any of those I suggested.
So it's a Giants wide receiver in the 80s. It's Darius Slayton. Yeah.
See, he's unreal. He's crazy. All right.
I'm
hard
so
mode.
Bad.
Hard mode.
We don't help each other here. I believe you. You can do this, Katlynn. I
You
would,
can.
It would be
got it.
great for you to just come on here and beat Ryan.
Devontae
We're
Adams.
Really?
rooting for you. But
Really show them that the Packers are better than the Bears. It'd be great.
It's DA. Oh yeah, it's spelled weird.
yeah, my bad.
Very weird.
Oh,
Oh my
Is it
gosh!
hard,
Nothing.
The old players.
Nothing.
Oh.
well,
Aaron Rodgers. Oh wait,
I don't-
17. Let me strategize.
I don't mean to be that guy, but that is probably the first time that's ever happened.
Wait, so nothing.
You're
Nothing
So we're
across
off
the
to the
board.
start I expected.
Defensive player, it has to be in the NFC. I could
defensive?
go anywhere. Yeah. Any defensive player in the NFC. I can't do worse than what Katlynn just did.
Oh, you're guessing it? Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought I
mine,
had to
it's
do the whole
mine.
thing.
No.
God, that was
I
going to
don't
be
know.
painful.
Defensive player in the NFC. Age. Hold on. Let me see the age. Ryan. There it is. Give me
I
Josh
don't know.
Sweat.
There we go. Okay.
Sweaty. No, whoa. I said Josh.
So-
Great job,
Okay.
I guess.
I said Josh Sweat, but that's okay.
Josh Sweat.
Sweat's
Okay.
an Eagle.
Yeah.
It's-
So
it's okay. It's okay.
I
Same division.
I will say
it's fine.
I had a little network glitch, so like it kind of all I heard was sweat. So my bad.
Well, Josh Sweat's the better.
I mean, it helped
sweat.
us
What
in
can
the
I
long
say?
run.
Yeah.
Hey, you know. All right. So it's in the NFC. It's a defensive end. Side note, we didn't talk about him this episode, but I really hope that the Bears somehow get Max Crosby. That'd be really cool. Anyways,
How do you manage
so
on doing that, buddy?
just, you know,
The Bears can
trade
do
with the Raiders.
anything and get
Honestly, yes, that's how it is.
Yeah, come
the
on.
Bears are
That's how
the
it
Bears
goes in Chicago. Everyone wants to be us and be with us.
and Fields is going to be the next GOAT. He's already better than Patrick Mahomes. It's not even close.
Let's
Cole
see.
Kmet
Even
better than
using
Travis
them in the
Kelce.
same sentence is such a disgrace. Justin Fields is
I'm
a
going
whole
with
nother-
Brian Burns.
I
Dang
know
it.
Burns. Guys, I'm be honest.
You could do
You see my eyes, not a thought behind them right now. I don't know.
well, it could be a
So-
defensive end in the West, which is like the Rams, or it can be one in your guys' in the North.
See, here's the funny
Ooh.
thing about me.
I have an idea.
I know what that position means. If you ask me to name someone in that position, you're also gonna get no response. I only know
Throw a player
they're on
at us.
defense. That's on the defense.
Yeah.
Okay, so they could be in the NFC North. That could give us that.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, it could be my boy.
Good
Jair.
boy.
Just kidding. It has to be high.
Oh,
Who's
I gotta show
Campbell's
Caitlin that, by the way.
59? Who's in the 90s on the Packers?
Devontae Wyatt?
My brother met him. We met him at training camp.
Oh, that's awesome.
He was really sweet.
I don't want to give this away because I think it could be him.
No,
So-
don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not gonna get it before you. I have no clue.
Well, do you want to pass for
I'm
right
gonna
now?
literally, yeah, like you don't even want to begin to hear the thought that
No, you
It's
do it.
okay.
I need the help. I need the help.
you need the help.
I need the help because it limits the
He's-
division for me. So, because if
Yeah.
you guess like if you guess in the like the NFC North, it limits the
Devondre
division.
Campbell. He's not even in that position. And he's number
You
50.
could have done
something.
Rashawn Gary, the GOAT.
Well,
Okay.
guys, he is not a linebacker.
He's not in the NFC North.
That means
I thought that it could have been my boy Travis. So, fun fact, yeah, Travis didn't have a good year, but
Stinker.
I met
like him.
Travis Gibson for the Bears. I'm sure that you know who that is, right, Caitlin? Number 99. Yeah. So let me grab it really quick. I have.
She's like Connor talks about him all the time.
Any Bears player.
Does he actually? Let's talk about
Bears. Okay,
Dude, if I couldn't even begin to write down all the things that I've heard come out of his mouth that have not happened.
it's so bad. Bears fans really think that their player is just going to be the best player ever. This guy was out here.
It's hard.
It's awful. It's hard to listen to. I absolutely agree.
All right. So let
then
me
I'm
show
a
you this really quick.
Ryan, you said he was
This
going to have
is-
double-digit sacks. He ended the season with 3. I just
Hey,
want to point that out.
I don't need your negativity right now.
It's because
okay?
you
That's
Bears
all I gotta
fans
say.
really think that you guys are just the best.
They just
Look,
everyone they draft, everyone they pick. It's
Let me just
Like
let me
Felix
just say
Jones.
this. It's a sentimental story. This is great. Travis and I, we met at the training camp for just this previous summer. Great dude. He got my football signed by David Montgomery. He was awesome with that. But so I met him I talked to him again at the Bears and Packers game, and he signed a jersey for me. So for Christmas, my parents got me a frame for the jersey. Now with this jersey, it doesn't have any typical picture except here's my personal picture with him in the top left corner. You see how cool that is? I'm trying not to get the glare in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have yet to frame it, but yeah. So there's.
Who
that
are
and
your
everything. It's
people?
really cool.
God, you get all these cool designs.
Honestly,
I'm telling you.
Mine. Oh,
Yeah.
you want to see how bad mine is? Here's me and Devontae. The picture's out of the frame.
It's still a cool frame though.
Let me just fix
Oh,
that.
it's out of the frame.
Yeah, it's like $30. What's up?
My people will get in touch with your people. You know, that's how we're gonna
Yeah,
make
please.
this work.
If anyone's seen this video, please help. I can tape the bottom.
So let's see. Ben, it's your turn now.
yes.
We're talking
Um,
DNs. And then we got an even more segment. Hopefully you can snipe this so we can move on to that. But I want to win this.
Do you want me to just pull just the most outrageous pick out of here? Someone that no one knows? I can do that if you want.
Go for it.
Zach Allen. It's not going to be Zach Allen.
I love Josh Allen.
Zach, I don't think the age line.
Kidding.
There you
Dude.
go.
No way.
It's
No
I have
way.
a streak. I have a streak of doing that on this podcast.
This guy is nuts.
I'm scared of you.
No, it's because the draft
Oh.
is my thing. So players like between the ages of like 23 through 29, I'm most likely can point them out. So that's why the draft is my thing.
That was a brutal segment for me, guys. Thank God Ben had it in the bag because that would have got worse when it came back around.
That was out of nowhere. So okay.
Nowhere.
Let's see.
That's kind of the
Katlynn, I was about to pull out Google, but they could hear me typing.
Yeah.
Guys, oh.
Yep. So, all right. So, unfortunately, this is our last segment with you.
Katlynn, I'm hurt and offended by that comment. Ryan's Katlynn.
Yeah, my Katlynn.
This is wild. I have a track
He's a
record of
genius.
doing this, Katlynn. You're a fake friend. I just
So
You're doing some voodoo behind the scenes.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he's got some crazy like mind stuff going on with the creator. He
The
makes
Jermaine Pratt
well,
one.
actually.
I was literally gonna
It's
say
scripted.
that.
I
You made the
scripted.
game.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
it is.
he's just
It's
as scripted
scripted
as the
for me.
league.
Yeah, exactly.
So for Gridiron Goofs, our last and most fun segment, our most beloved segment.
Yes.
So we do a non-football related draft, and because you're a Wisconsinite, we're doing best cheese snacks. And so, for example, just so everybody's on board at home, so it has to be specific. So if it's Cheez-Its, it's got to be like a specific flavor of Cheez-Its. So without further ado, our guest is going first with the first overall pick, and her favorite cheese snack of all time is.
I have a very cold take. I don't think anyone on planet Earth agrees with me, but whales.
No
Like
way!
cheese whales?
You just sniped that from me. That's
Shut
what
up.
I love. Oh my God. I literally have a box of, I wish I had them. I brought them to my girlfriend's house yesterday. I swear to God, I was like, I literally, you know what? Hold on. Whoa, this is what we're going to do. This is wild. She's going to be like, why are you?
I
calling me
actually
during the
met someone that
podcast?
likes whales.
Here, hold on.
I think my family actually just bought a box of them too.
We're going to bring this.
I'm not gonna lie.
Hopefully
Oh
she
God,
answers.
the
She's probably
cheddar, it's so
sleeping right now.
sucky, but it's so
I hope.
good.
I hope she answers.
It's like,
come on.
Caitlin's
it's like
on the same
chalky
wave.
cheese taste. You know?
She's a W.
she's an
Caitlin,
answer.
you're a W. Not just because
Yeah.
your name's Caitlin. That's just W in itself.
So much
But
better
you
than
just have
Goldfish,
incredible
absolutely.
takes.
Of course she's not going to answer. Dude, I left them at her house yesterday. That's wild. I told her. I said they're so much better. They're so much
So
better. They
good.
taste better, and they're cuter too. Let's just be honest.
Yes. Yes. I totally agree.
So, Ben, you're up next, man.
That makes
Good luck topping that.
My order literally it says Cracker Barrel cheese cubes, which is what we're gonna go with, and then Wales at number 2. But Cracker Barrel cheese cubes. Cracker Barrel is like cheddar cheese. I don't know what it is, but again, I just had COVID, so I had a lot of cheese snacks recently, and they're just the best.
My Caitlin coming in saying goldfish are bland.
I just love goldfish.
They're good. I like them personally, and I'm not a big cheese guy. I'll be honest with you.
I am.
Oh, that's a bad.
I know good cheese.
Yeah.
Trust me.
That's bad.
So,
pro.
so
I have a hot take on
first
Sam's background, by the way. We continue. Sorry, Ryan.
I'm going with Cheetos, but more specifically the Flamin' Hot Cheetos because I just like the taste of them. Yeah.
Me
I
and
knew
Connor
that
were
would
having this
disappoint
debate yesterday, and I want to know you guys' take. Do you like regular Cheetos or Cheeto Puffs better?
Puffs.
Because I personally,
you. Regular Cheetos.
can we be friends? You know how hard I was defending Cheeto Puffs yesterday to Connor,
they're so much
and he was
better.
telling me how bad they were. I was like, "Have you sucked on a Cheeto Puff?
Dude,
Have you sucked on a Cheeto Puff and just like soak it?
It's great. It's so much better. It is so much better. Yes.
It literally,
No way.
literally soaks into my soul, and it's God,
yes.
I love Cheeto Puffs.
Yes.
Why do we have the same brain? Except I didn't guess. Whittle's not my thing, but we can bond on other things, just not Whittle.
Cheese.
Caitlin, you're up next.
I have a take you're not gonna like next time around, but
My next one, I think Caitlin's gonna be mad at me because of what I think. So, and I'm doing this strategically too.
Guys, I like raw cheese. I like string cheese, but there's one very specific brand. Hold on.
Okay, we need to get this out of the way.
Did you just
The
make a
best
TikTok
type of-
about it too? Isn't there
the
like
best
a
type
TikTok
of
out
string
about this
cheese?
type of cheese?
I
swear
like
that
Kobe
you made
Jack
one.
cheese. I googled cheese strings. What is it called? It's not
String
a
cheese?
string.
Like pull apart
String-
cheese?
String cheese? Cheese. No. The best type of cheese stick though is like the half and half. You can't doesn't.
Oh, this
Yes,
brand.
yeah.
There you go.
This is my guy. This is my guy. This is the only good string cheese on the planet. Oh, it's so good. That's gonna be my next bet. Like I love string cheese, but specifically that. If anyone hands me other string cheese, I'll spit it out. So, just a fair warning.
I can
No
agree with that.
PO box string cheese. I don't even have a PO box.
We're gonna take deep fried cheese curds. And a hot take: normal cheese curds that are just cold are not good. I know you're not gonna like that because you're Wisconsin. You know, you're Wisconsin or Wisconsinite or whatever you guys say. But I can't. It squeaks. I don't like the squeakiness. Like,
I was just about to say that's the best part.
No. Oh god.
Oh my god! Like imagine Aaron Rodgers. You're in a dark room, no sound. All you hear is the right on your teeth. Oh my god!
No,
that's heavenly.
no.
Just like gnawing on a curd, and you're like watching football.
See, I was gonna go curds
bad.
too. That was what I was
love
gonna
cheese
go with.
curds. Any cheese curds.
That's
I like fried
I
ones too.
I'm gonna
was the
go with
best.
mozzarella cheese
Culver's
sticks.
cheese curds.
Culver. Okay. Underrated cheese curd though is a Buffalo Wild Wing cheese curd. Buffalo Wild
Never
Wing cheese
had 'em.
curd it's wildly underrated. They're delicious.
Can I
Really
tell
quick,
my
hold on.
trauma with mozzarella sticks after your?
Yes.
Well, I would really like to show you this because I sent this to my uncle, right? I wish I could screen share my phone, but I don't know if I could do that. Actually, wait, hold on a second. I could airdrop it to my MacBook. Big brain. Hold on, wait a second.
Big
Here we go.
brains.
Hold on.
So in sync until you start talking about the squeaking. Those are bad.
Oh, that doesn't feel good on your teeth. Like,
No, I don't know what it is, but when we were driving up to Milwaukee, it's a big like cheese store right off the highway, and
also,
it's just like
do I say Milwaukee
castle?
weird? Because everyone says I said Milwaukee weird.
you
probably say it right. Everybody else probably says it
Yeah.
wrong. Honestly,
Apparently, I don't say an L, so I was just listening to how you said Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. Yeah,
Milwaukee.
I just say
probably
Milwaukee.
the Chicago.
Isn't Milwaukee the home
So-
of what's his name? That serial
The
killer?
greatest team in the NBA.
Oh, I was talking about the serial killer.
Oh,
Um,
yeah,
are you
Jeffrey
talking Ed
Dahmer.
Gein?
Yeah, Dahmer.
Jeffrey
That's what,
Dahmer, too.
yeah.
We do
Ed
own
Gein's
Ed
from
Gein as
Northern.
well.
Ed Gein
Yeah.
is wild.
So-
Oh my gosh.
Wisconsin's a great
So,
place full of
Katlynn.
fun people.
So this is a video that I found on TikTok. I sent it to my uncle that lives in Wisconsin just to see if he's heard of this before, strictly because this is from a Milwaukee, some kind of Milwaukee restaurant. I'm going to turn the volume down on it, but like this is huge.
She's
Look at this.
traumatized with cheese curds, so you're just scaring her right now.
Just wait for it. It looks like a
Or
cattail,
cheese
if you guys
sticks.
know what that, But hold on.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's like
That's
too
like
much
actually
for me.
borderline disturbing.
I know. It's like
Yeah.
molten cheese.
I was
stew.
disgusted,
Oh.
but very intrigued at the same time. I was like, I don't know what this is.
though.
What do you mean?
Y'all, I
I need to
literally,
know.
when I was little, my grandma and grandpa took me to a place called Fred's in Burlington. If y'all don't, I just dropped my city. Anyways, I live where Tony Romo was born, so I guess that's pretty public.
Really?
I say that all the time. But there's
That's
a
cool.
restaurant there called Fred's, and it's like it's like Romo heaven. Romo's all over the walls.
That's
But
pretty cool.
I ate a what's it called, mozzarella stick there, and you know how the cheese just keeps going. That's why I was about
Yeah.
to throw up on that video. I ate a whole mozzarella stick, and I was sitting there for, I kid you not, like 30 seconds. I don't even know how the cheese kept coming, but I was like actually choking, like needed the Heimlich, and I was trying to pull the cheese out.
Wait, so
Oh,
what's your
no.
take? What's your take on Chicago style pizza then? Because Chicago style pizza.
Ooh,
Oh my god, that's awful. Chicago pizza is the best.
no,
Thank you.
I don't
Thank
like
you.
New
It's
York
so good.
style, and I'm a pizza
Lou Malnati's
fanatic.
follows me on Twitter.
They
Shout
suck.
out to Lou Malnati.
Sorry.
They do. They do.
That was
They're not
really
good.
aggressive.
Giordano's is better. But that's besides the point.
I don't like either because I'll tell you why. Like the bread,
My
the crust
Caitlin's
is
not a
my
fan of
favorite
Chicago
part.
style.
And it's like this, and it tastes horrible. Like no one eats that. And then number
No.
two, it's 90% cheese. Like
That's
who
why it's the
eats that?
best.
And then it's got 0.1%
You.
sauce. What kind of ratio
weird.
is that?
You're a
Jackson
Wisconsinite.
Wisconsin
Out of
is
all of
where
us.
it's at.
A Wisconsin
Oh,
fan should
don't get
appreciate
me
the
wrong.
cheese.
Don't get me wrong. I eat cheese. I don't want cheese on a piece of bread. I don't want a block of cheese. It's literally like they took a block of cheese and so don't get me
Just-
wrong. Once again, I would gnaw on a block of cheese. I have. But what kind of pizza is that? Like who likes that?
Oh,
Every
God.
time I go to
I like the
whatever
sausage
the
patty
two
ones.
were-
Have you had
Ugh.
those?
What?
So like the deep dish, is that what we're talking about? We're talking about deep dish,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
So like pretty much it's that deep crust. It's got
Yeah.
the sausage patty on the bottom, and then it's got like a bunch of cheese, and then it has the sauce on top.
Okay, that doesn't. I can't get behind that. That doesn't
You
sound
both suck.
appetizing at all.
Okay.
Oh,
Just
by
as
the
much
way,
as Green Day
just
sucks.
we're off topic just a little bit. There,
Merch
I don't
plug for
know.
your boy Connor.
There's a Harley Davidson museum just outside of Milwaukee. They have a little pub in there. Best fries I've ever had in my life. If you get a chance, the best fries I've ever had in my life. I don't know what they do to it, but we had a fries draft, like probably one of our
Didn't you
first.
say it was
like,
Harley Davidson? Yeah.
Harley
right?
Davidson, yeah.
Okay,
See,
you said it was
it's
just
the
some
best
random
fries I have ever. No, I said Harley Davidson has a pub.
Oh, my bad.
Best fries I've ever had. I don't know what it is. Phenomenal. If you ever get a chance, screw the museum. The museum's, it is what it is. But their fries,
I have been to that museum for a field trip.
delicious.
Wisconsin Tings. We got nowhere else to go. Everyone to Harley Davidson.
Yeah. Katlynn, you've got the next pick. I don't know how many rounds we should do. We normally do like 5, I think, right? But like, I don't know if I can come up with 5 of them.
Oh, come on, you can come up with 5.
You know, types of cheese, I can definitely go crazy on that. Ooh, those little barbell cheeses. I love raw cheese. I told y'all, I just, and it's something about, it's kind of like the cheese curds. Oh, wait, can I change mine?
Yeah.
Even though I literally just said one. Merck's cheese spread is the best. Have y'all had it?
No.
Oh my God.
Hold on a second.
That on football games, and you just take a Ritz cracker or some cracker, just put a chunk of that cheese on it. Oh my God. It's literally like a cheese spread, but it's heavenly. It's so good.
I think I have.
That's
it.
like
It's up now.
pure Wisconsin. Oh,
This one?
Even just seeing that, I want it shipped to me immediatally.
There's
It's so good.
It's not.
Wait,
you can
can
get a
you do me a
5-pound
favor and
spread.
Google, Woodman's cheese aisle quick? Y'all
Oh,
wanna
I
see
saw
what
you post.
heaven
I saw.
looks like?
I saw
Yeah,
you
y'all
post
want
why
to see
Aaron
what
Rodgers
heaven
should
looks
stay.
like? Yeah, this right there. Oh, look at that.
No way.
When I imagine walking into the gates of heaven, it's actually down the Woodman's dairy aisle. Like, can you just see God coming down? Like, that's the best thing ever. Oh,
This
that's
massive
amazing.
cheese aisle. There we go.
Mars Cheese Castle is the best cheese.
I've never
I was
been.
in heaven. Oh, you have
Look
to.
at
It's
Look at all
walking-
those cheeses.
They've got block cheese, just block
yeah.
cheese. Let me tell you, in Indiana, right? Our block cheese section is maybe about a quarter of that. But like, I'm drawing the line where it would probably be, and that's
Hey,
it.
go big or
Our
go
cheese,
home.
that's Wisconsin. As far as cheese goes, this would probably be your standard Indiana cheese grocery store spot is just that section right there, or this section. It would be this section right here. It would just have block cheese in that. Yeah, that's it.
This is
That's what we
crazy.
have.
Okay,
It's just getting me excited looking at it.
They have custom cheese. These are all cheeses. This is why they have beer cheese, baseball cheese.
That's
cow
what we do in
cheese.
Wisconsin. We love beers, brats, and the brewers.
Packers cheese right
Just
there.
kidding.
Like
Everyone likes the
wild.
Packers. It's just the Packers in Wisconsin. But that's why I'm making a change.
It's gonna
Actually,
be
there
great
are
when
Bucks
Joel
fans
Embiid.
now.
It's gonna be great when Joel Embiid just destroys Giannis.
You know what's even greater?
actually,
The fact that
Giannis
Justin
is-
Fields has the most jerseys sold in Wisconsin when it comes to the NFL.
You know, Connor showed me that, and wasn't it like who reported that?
I don't remember, honestly. I just saw the graph and I was like, that's funny.
I got no words. Well, that's because we already have jerseys, you know? No, actually, I have no defense. I'm embarrassed to my own people.
That's what happens when you spend too much time in the cheese aisle, okay? You start thinking about other stuff.
No, that's all I think about is cheese.
You're just programmed. You're wired that way.
I just appreciate cheese.
That's really the sign to tell if someone's a good person or not. If they don't like cheese, then
but it's just
lactose intolerant. My sisters claim they're lactose.
Oh no.
No.
What do you
Caitlin
mean?
not gonna like that statement. Ben, you're up next, man.
I'm sorry. It's true. Yeah, exactly.
Man. I think I am too, honestly. I just haven't been medically diagnosed.
I was actually gonna go with the one that you went off of, the little like
Baybells.
red, the like little red ones, and then you peel them out and you take them out of the little wax wrapper.
Yeah, those are good.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go with cheesy popcorn for my pick. It's okay. I've already decided I'm gonna lose this draft.
Popcorn.
I'm not even a big fan of popcorn though. That's a hot take.
I'm a big stuck in my teeth. Fiend. Yeah, that is true. I don't like foods that get stuck in my teeth. What other cheese snacks?
I got so many, dude. Just wait until I get the next one.
My Katlynn said that she ate a Baby Bell cheese one whole and didn't realize you had to peel it.
Okay, that's actually real though, because I thought you had to eat the wax too. But I didn't digest it.
Oh no.
I could totally see that though.
Yeah. No, it's understandable for sure.
That's awesome. To live to tell that too. I can't think of. Ben, what do you have in store?
I mean, I'll take it.
Are you the real cheese expert?
I mean, I'm gonna go with cheese balls. You said you said cheese puffs. You said Cheeto puffs. I'm just take the miniature version of those. Cheese balls. They're great. That's what they are.
I'm not a big cheese ball fan.
Okay, I don't know how you can defend
balls are good.
Cheeto puffs, but not cheese balls.
Why did I just dude, he's got some voodoo going on because he knew whatever his name was in Weddle, and he literally just read my brain. I was literally just thinking about the Cheeto Puffs too. I was like, wait, if I don't like cheese balls, then why do I like Cheeto Puffs? Because they're literally miniature version. And then you said, how do you like Cheeto Puffs? And I was like,
can we just pause for like half a second and think about 24 hours from now, we would have never even thought about having this conversation about why Katlynn doesn't like cheese puffs, but I'm just saying
that just made me think. I was just thinking, I was like, am I that much of a hypocrite?
We get Katlynn on a football podcast and we talk about cheese for half an hour.
Cheese for half an hour.
I torture people with dairy. I've literally sat on live and just sat there and chugged a gallon of milk for 30 seconds. It's awesome.
Ooh, I would throw up.
People hate that.
Oh, I like milk.
I see. You do say that weird.
Milk.
How do you say? There's a plastic thing that you put
a bag
your stuff in.
Oh no. Okay.
Depends.
Last thing. What?
How do you say? How do you say the thing that you walk on? There's two of them.
Sidewalk.
Legs.
No, there's two of them. Say it again.
Legs.
Okay.
Legs.
Now say the
legs.
plastic.
I say leg. Like if my phone's lagging, I'll say my phone's lagging, and everyone's like,
okay.
We're just when I say tapestry instead of tapestry. But
no, it is. Oh, I don't like that. That makes me laugh. The wax things that you draw with as a kid.
Crayons.
You have like crayons. All right, people say crayons.
Oh, crayons. No, there are certain like talent or stuff that is it talent? It's something that people are just like. I think it's just the A's. Like any vowels, I just like. But I also like talk out of the side of my mouth. That's another thing. People are like, stop doing that. And I'm like, I literally cannot.
I know people say that aluminium, and I'm like, aluminum? Why aluminium? No.
That's bad.
That's awful.
No, mine's just I can't pronounce.
It's the Midwestern accent is what it is.
Let's see. Okay, so Ben, you've got 4 picks. Katlynn and I still have one more to kind of match up with that. Let's just end it with 4 picks apiece.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
So Katlynn, you still have one more.
And
what's going to be your final thing that you don't leave out?
Katlynn, would you say Connor has a Chicago accent? Because I get that too much. I'm here in Bloomington, which isn't even South, but people are like, that's a Chicago accent you have. And I'm like,
I'm closer to Chicago than Connor is.
Yeah.
Connor, it depends. Like sometimes, like if he likes to turn on this thing I call like a frat boy accent, and he has a Chicago accent. Like he can talk and sound like an absolute douchebag, and I'm like, can you stop talking like a frat boy? He has that accent. But another one, he's just like, oh, Chicago. I can't even do it. Wait, hold on.
Go Bears. Chicago. Try to say Chicago, Ryan. Try to say it with a Chicago accent.
Go Bears. When he says
Go
that,
Bears.
that's so bad.
Yeah.
Chicago,
See if he
yeah.
answers.
Chicago.
He's in the library. I don't know if he's going to answer. Hey, Connor, can you do me a favor really quick?
Why are you calling me from Bassett?
What?
No, that's what's.
Okay, I'm on the podcast. We're talking about your Chicago accent. Can you all hear him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Connor, can you say the most Chicago thing you can possible?
I really can't. He's in the library right now, so he can't be loud.
Dang.
That's such an L, Connor. You can't even say Chicago.
Chicago.
Thank you. That's all I
Love
needed.
it.
Appreciate you.
I love it.
Wow, that's such an L. You can't even talk in the library.
How is the accent
So-
with people there in Tennessee? Is it strong Southern accent?
It depends. Like there's some yeehaws that talk and I can't even understand what they're saying. And then
Like the water
But-
coach?
the thing is, people like, oh, it's bad. Like some of them, how can I even like begin to mimic it? But they'll talk so bad, and it's like some of them is so, you know how the accent, how they, why can't I do it? But you
The
can't even
Louisiana
understand what they're
accent's bad.
saying.
Yeah, the Louisiana accent's
But
bad.
Tennessee's
Like,
like,
oh,
like
yeah.
this. Like some guys in my class, they'll come in and talk like this, and I'm like, I'm gonna guess you're from Knoxville, probably. And then, but the weird thing is, people in Knoxville, like for my classes, you know, you always have to introduce yourself. I'm like, hi,
Yeah.
I'm Katlynn. I'm from Wisconsin, and my teachers go, wow, I never would have guessed. So everyone from Tennessee thinks I sound like I'm from Wisconsin, but every time I go back home, everyone's like, are you from the South? And I'm like, I go to school there. And everyone's like, yeah, I think you picked up the accent. I was like, so apparently I don't belong anywhere is what I'm saying.
Just stay in Chicago. It's okay.
And I don't even know why I sound like this. No one in my family sounds like this. So how I popped out of the womb and got some weird ass accent, I don't know, because no one in my family sounds remotely like me. Like at all. So I don't even know where it comes from.
All right. So last cheese picks, right?
Oh, I
So-
forgot we were even doing that.
It's
That's the
okay.
beauty of,
It's
that's
okay.
the beauty of this segment. It's just
I have the worst
Yeah.
ADHD on this planet. I don't know any more cheese forms. Which I'm
Wait, you're like-
lying. Can I say like something simple that I ate today?
Yeah,
You know
as long as
those
it has
little-
cheese in it.
Those little packs that have like the cheese here and then it's like a
Yeah.
bread stick thing. Well, that shit's good. I ate that today.
the
Wait,
fake, like
say
the
that
fake
again? Wait.
cheese, and you like dip the stick in like the little like.
Oh.
Yep, I love
yeah.
ripping that open right in my class and sitting there. I had to watch The Shining yesterday for my class, and that was actually horrible. And I'm sitting there while they're like murdering people, and I'm sitting there with my cheese sticks. I'm like, right in the front of the class.
That's awesome.
Everyone probably thinks I'm like psychotic in my classes because I forget like these people actually watch you what I'm doing. Oh my god, it was so bad. I was eating Gardettos, and you know how it's like a
Oh, those are
crunchy
good.
bag?
Yeah.
But I was sitting there in the front of class. I'm trying to be like really silent. All the bags in my car. I was sitting there. I was taking it out. It was like in a silent part of the movie, and it was like dead silent in the room. And I'm just trying to get to my Gardettos, and I'm like trying to push my hand in there,
That's
and it was just making the worst sounds, and it was so embarrassing because my teacher
the
kept looking at
worst.
me, and I was like, I'm just trying to eat, bruh. Leave me alone.
But, like,
God.
that's like the only thing too, is like, I mean, when you're trying to be super quiet and everything that you're doing seems to be like the loudest thing you've ever done.
The movie
Like
theater.
I I like staying up super late compared to like my parents or just my family as a whole. And so when I go downstairs to get a snack or something, and I like just barely close the microwave, but it sounds like I just slammed it, and like
Yes.
it's the worst. Yeah.
The worst, I have to time it up so I don't wake up my roommates because my bedroom is like on the far end of the house, and the microwave is right under my roommates. And I was like, please don't be loud, please don't be loud, please don't be loud. I've like
That's how
timed it
I
up,
be.
and there's like a half second left. And I was like, okay, good.
Yes. No, I'll be cooking like hot pockets. I think last night it was like
Oh,
12:30.
so
I'm
good.
just casually cooking a hot pocket. We share a kitchen. Our microwave's so loud, but like
Yeah.
I was fiending and I couldn't help it. So I kind of feel bad for them, especially when we make TikToks. But it's okay.
Hot
They'll
Pockets are
live.
great.
My last pick. I'm gonna go. Can I say beer cheese?
Can I send this
mean-
to my therapist of why I should get diagnosed with ADHD? The fact that I think we spent 30 minutes talking about cheese.
We can absolutely make that happen, Andrew. Like, this has been a great conversation.
We can
though.
just we can cut this last part out. We can just.
This is awesome. Yeah, so an hour and 45 minutes in, this has been one of the most fun episodes I think that we've had just
That's
in
good.
our
Yes.
57 total episodes now. Very good.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we started
impressive.
January
Congrats.
of last year. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. We are only adding on. This is gonna be when they're listening to it and everything, it should be past Thursday, February 23rd. So that's going to be when it's put out on all of the platforms and everything. But hopefully, if people, listened all the way through, they enjoyed our laughs and everything. Because I know that I did. This was
They were a lot.
one of the most enjoyable,
Yes.
probably the most fun conversation I've ever had with
Yes.
with a Packers fan, I will say. So with that being said,
Yes.
you're more than welcome to come on the show at any point in time after today and everything. This has been so much fun. But for everybody that's still listening, we still have a lot more planned. We are still getting in touch with a pretty big Chicago guy. I'm releasing little tidbits here and there as far as hints as to who it can be.
Ryan, I think you're
and
capping,
so-
dude.
Yeah, no, I think
Ryan's definitely
yeah.
capping, guys.
So just stay tuned for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. But until then, we want to thank Overtime Sports Network, Regional Radio Sports Network, and Uppercuts Grooming for helping us kind of grow as a podcast. Anchor.fm, if I didn't already say them. Katlynn, Gill for coming on the show today. It's been an
Yes.
absolute
Thank
pleasure
you, guys.
having you.
I had a lot of fun.
So, like I said, you are more than welcome to come on. If Connor can get out of the library, he's more than welcome to come out too.
Acts like he studies.
So we have plenty more planned. Like I said, stay tuned for mock drafts and the draft combine as well. But until then, this has been the 57th episode of the Pigskin Project, and we'll see you guys next week.